Final segment of ATL Day Ones with Jarvis and Tenitra. We want to say thank you for rocking with us throughout the entire show. And if you miss any of this show, where have you been? Where have you been? You can listen to us wherever you download your podcast. And make sure when you get there and listen and you enjoy it, because we know you are, because we're just great like that. Just leave us a 5-star review. Really appreciate that. And also, just a little special announcement. If you missed it, we are on Roku and Amazon Fire. So yeah, no excuses not to listen to ATL Day Ones. But this is for the culture, and it's the intersection between sports, entertainment, and the culture, and sometimes whatever we want to talk about, because that's just how we get down on this show. Today is no different.
Yes.
T. Arthur Smith. Everybody, including us, we have talked about how he went down. We kind of gave him a little PSA yesterday, like about why we felt some type of way about his response after the game. And today, I think he was at his on Monday presser, answering questions and everything. And our own Mark Zinno,
Yes.
he asked him a question
Yes.
about those actions, and kind of like, all right, dude, what did that have to do with what went on the field? And here is Arthur Smith's response.
You're frustrated when you lose, especially that type of game. That wasn't an indictment on anybody in the crowd. It was more of and I could have certainly framed it differently, but it was more of like, hey, this team has made progress, and we're here to compete. And it wasn't an indictment on the crowd, and I can be better. You talk about being objective, don't let frustration and make some grand, vague statement. That's really not what my point. My point was more of this team has made a lot of progress. We finished games last year, ironically, down in New Orleans, and we got to clean up stuff in the fourth quarter. But it starts with me.
You know what, T? I think he addressed everything or every issue that I feel that we had on this show yesterday. And for somebody when in those particular situations, let me back up. In those particular situations, when you talk about a head coach essentially admitting that he was wrong in so many ways, like you have to give a kudos, because most of the time coaches don't go that route. They say, you know what, they stand on what they said and they just move on as if nothing happened.
Yeah, there's a double down. There's an I'm not going to revisit that. There's a no comment. All of the above. But he stood there and he took that comment. He thought about it and then gave a thoughtful and a respectful response. And I'm going to take it this way. I'm going to take it for the positive. I felt like when he said he was not aiming that at the crowd, I felt like the media was a part of that crowd as well. So he
Yeah.
was letting us
Yeah.
all know, hey, media, fans, everybody, I wasn't directing that at anyone specifically. It was just a moment of frustration, but I do understand that maybe I could have said it differently. And, shout out to our guy, David Bassity, because we know that they work hand in hand about how to approach situations. And I can just imagine in my
Yes.
little head, DB having a little combo maybe with Art, here's some things, here's some context to this. Here's the backstory on why this probably hit different than maybe any other comment that you made in the entire presser, including walking off the stage early. Even
Right.
that wasn't as mind blowing and slightly offensive as that commentary, but so much respect and credit to Arthur Smith for setting the record straight, resetting the relationship, and then keeping it moving and addressing the media on Monday, still in a very honest way. Now, let me say this. Not that you all won't hear Snarky Art again, because he has a wicked sense of humor. It is very
Yes, he
dry
does.
and it
Very
is
try.
yes,
Yes.
and he is straight no chaser. So I'm not telling you won't hear him drop a little, line, especially if they go beat somebody down. He might leave the podium and drop the mic saying, "We're not dead yet." I can see him doing that because that's who he is. But what I respect about him is he treats everyone consistently, even the snarky reporters that work on his nerves. He still treats all of the media with respect and appreciates what we have to do. I think it probably helps that his wife is a former reporter, so she's probably
Yes.
insight on how difficult it is to be on the other side of that podium. And I think now moving from that OC chair to that head coach chair, as Nathaniel Hackett found out last night. But moving on, because we don't have time to talk about that foolishness. But this, on the other hand, is not foolishness. What we have here is a coach that's going to show you guys that he is not just, a talking head that's going to get ticked off, like, honestly, like former coaches sometimes did, and kind of
Mm-hmm.
shut us out and shut us down. I believe that we're going to see someone who's going to be very forthright and look, still wants you guys to support when this team returns home for that next game. Because I think you have a great coach in Arthur Smith. I think he has three sound coordinators, and I think that they are building something in Flowery Branch. So, number one, don't rest on what he just said on Sunday. And number two, do not rest on just the back half of that fourth quarter. That would be a mistake on the Falcons fans' part. Move yourself on, get ready for Sunday, and just keep pressing and stay positive.
Yeah, I think the big picture is a key word right there. Look at the big picture. Hey, they were good in close games last year, and you know how he snuck that in there. They were good in
Mhm.
close games last year, so hey, relax. It happened. The thing that you really want to make sure you pay attention to is that they were very prepared for this game. The game
Yes.
plan was
Yes.
solid, and there were a lot of instances within that game if players don't make mistakes
Mhm.
the end result might be different. Now,
Indeed.
speaking of end result, how about this? Your girl, Sheryl Lee Ralph, my girl as well, because I love me some Abbott Elementary. The
Yes.
humor on that show is just absolutely amazing. Gets an Emmy last night, T. Come on now.
So for me, I'm gonna try to contain myself because she is my favorite actress of all time. I'm talking about, and you guys go check it out. It's something I found in syndication. But ever since like her first show, which was this kind of campy show called It's a Living. Go check it out. It's really cool. But yeah,
Okay.
there you go. I've been rocking with her for a
Yeah.
long time. And
Yeah.
even, looking back at photos and seeing things on YouTube and online when she was one of the original Dream Girls, right? And
Right.
so, of course, my other two favorite actresses, Loretta Devine, Jennifer Lewis, also great Dream Girls. There's a theme there. Over the
Yes.
top dramatic, over the top dramatic. There you go. So when
And
she,
Grace, T. And Grace. Come
oh,
on now. Yeah, of
thank you.
course.
Thank
Come
you.
on now.
But she got up there and she sashayed, and yes, she sashayed up there with all of her regalia. Her daughter is one of her stylists, and she just looks so amazing. And just to have her support system up there. And I think you made a great point as well. Just Abbott Elementary being just this vehicle for her to just show you all of what so many of us had seen over the years with the amazing things she does. I can't wait for the second season to come.
Yes.
It's just powerful. But I
September 21st, for
you
those who
bet.
don't know.
Exactly, because you know what? On September 22nd, Jarvis and I are going to talk about that season
Of
premiere, right?
course. Come on
Just be
now.
ready. That's a for the
Let's
culture
go.
moment that you need to be on top of. But also, she gave something that I felt wasn't just for it was primarily for the African American female, because every now and again we do need to know that there's magic inside of us. But I think it was really for everybody, because as you guys may or may not know, this is Jarvis's second career, essentially, and this is my second career. And so these are dream careers coming to reality. And she
Right.
was just reminding everybody that no matter what people say, no matter your color, your age, your race, all of the above, if that's your dream and that is what's in your heart, then you need to go after that thing until it comes to fruition. So I just give her so much kudos. And she just did it her way. Because listen, I'll tell you this, guys, and we got to get out of here. But somebody said at my other job, so that singing, that was a lot, wasn't it? Did it bother you? No, because when I met her in person, she was essentially singing the words hello. This is who she is. This is how
I
she
love
rocks
it.
with grace and style and a class level all her own. So as always, to my soror, Sheryl Lee Ralph,
Yes.
all the
It's
flowers in the
coming. I knew it
world.
was coming.
Had to hit it. Had to hit it. All right, guys. I know you guys are going to be like super duper tired of me saying Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, because I'm just always going to say it, but I'm going to give everybody their flowers when they deserve it. And listen, we hope tomorrow that we get to give Kyle Wright his flowers. We want to give Matt Olson some
Yes.
flowers because we haven't done it in about 12 games. So we need you to
Come on,
really like
Matt.
show up
Stop
tonight,
playing around, bro.
and we will talk about that and anything else that happens on this Atlanta sports scene. Now, after you check us out, don't forget to check out A to Z with Mark Zinno. Like Jarvis said, he was the guy that put up the great question to Arthur Smith and kind of reset some things. You want to check that out and see what his reaction was. And guess what? not only can you check it out on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast, check us out on Amazon and Fire and Roku, because that's what I'm going to do later. You guys have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.
Y'all come back now, you hear?